there's this saying that, you know, some people just be, like you say, going with the flow and vibing out and just, you know, kind of like feeling their way through it, or just relying on their feeling or their gut feeling. And they don't really have any kind of boundaries or vetting tools or questions in mind when they're dating someone. So they just kind of winging it, going with the flow. Do you think that's more successful than having an adult conversation and sitting down and actually putting the directions and the boundaries? Or do you think that's just too overwhelming when you first meet people?
No, I think people should come off the bat asking the questions that they want to ask, because people don't understand that they put expectations on people without asking those questions. You know, so you have to ask those questions, especially if you're dating intentional. Now, if you just, you know, winging it and going with the flow and vibing, then no, you don't need to ask those questions. We going out to have a good time. We just, you know, going on a date, having a drink, and, you know,
Right.
doing whatever. But if it's with intention, then yes, you should ask those questions. I'm asking, how many kids you got? How old are your kids? Because if they under a certain age, I can't rock with you. I can't deal with you. I'm sorry. But so I ask those questions. You know, I'm the type of person, if you got a type of sickness that comes with erectile dysfunction, I'm gonna ask you if
Does it still get up, sir, or not?
You gotta ask them type of questions
Early on, right?
Yes,
Early
you have
on.
to. And don't be afraid to ask questions. If you're dating somebody and they don't want to answer, it's certain questions, okay, maybe, you know, a little bit too much for people. But if a person is dating someone with intention, they shouldn't have a problem with you inquiring on things that you may need to know or want to know.
And that's step one. That step one is making sure you guys are both on the same intentional path, because they could be just winging it. You can be over there getting all your ducks in a row, and they like, wait, that ain't what we on. So the next question, it says, can you clearly state what you want before the emotions get involved? So that's why they say do it fast, because you know sex changes things. Good dick can have you thinking you're in love with a motherfucker.
But sometimes if you vibe in the right way, I mean, people can, you know, have sex early on and then the questions come later. So it depends on if your emotions and your heart is connected to your sexual experience. Yeah. Because sometimes if it's good, then some people fall in love fast and think that they're in love, and they don't worry about them questions. They worry about that later.
And there's lust, and then that all falls apart.